ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike live on Station Head with a special guest in the building. He's been doing a lot of traveling, running around. But, you know, anytime Aaron hits me from Audible Treats and it's like, I have an artist that you're going to love to meet, I haven't been left wrong since. Suigeneris is in the building, a.k.a. Sui.
What's poppin'?
Did I kill the name or did I kill the name?
Nah, you didn't. You said it.
It was good. Do a lot of people fuck it up?
They be saying like Suigeneris, Suigeneris.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone fucks it up, but it's Suigeneris. Or you can just call me Sui. It's easy to say.
Or Sui. All right, I'm probably gonna stick to Sui for the rest of the interview. But Sue, you see, I'm already fucking it. Suigeneris is in the building. Is that your birth name? Like, mom was?
Nah.
Okay.
I was just like, I was trying to think of a name to go by, and I'm like, it needs to be one of a kind. It needs to be the most unique, like, it can be, right? So I looked up other words for unique.
Okay.
And Suigeneris literally means unique.
Fire.
Like, it's just another word, unique, one of a kind.
You're like, perfect, I'm wrong with this.
Yep.
Why was it so important to you to be unique? Because I think a lot of people want to be unique in different ways. What specifically was it about you that you're like, I'm unique and I'm different?
Oh no, it's like I've always felt like different.
Okay.
These kids, they're just not like me. Like, they just have a whole different mindset and a whole different like perspective of things.
All right. I can see that. I mean, you hear it in some of the music. The mindset is definitely different. I feel like you had some elements that are like, they fit in with today, but there's also a lot in the lyrics and like the way you kind of flip words that you don't take shortcuts the way I think a lot of artists do these days. Also, I can say you're unique just off rip by the drip. You have half red hair, half black hair. How long have you been doing that for, and like what really, when did you kind of find yourself and evolve into this artist that is truly unique?
When I first started like making my music, I was like, yo, I need to like, because I just had curly hair with blonde on the top, like just normal, just normal haircut, whatever. And I was like, you can't look at me and say like, how would you describe me? Curly hair, blonde tips, like everyone looks like that,
Okay.
So I was like, I need to change my hair color, and this was about like 3 years ago, or like 2.5 or something. And I was like, yo, I need to find like a dope hair color that nobody has in the like music industry,
Okay.
And then I first had fire. It would go like from the roots, dark red, all the way down to orange, all the way down to yellow. But then I wash my hair and it just turns orange. And I was like, damn, I couldn't do the fire. And then I was like, yo, I want like something red. Like, red's like my favorite color. But everyone had red already. So I just split it down the middle. And like, yeah, also X had split hair and Peep. And those are like some
you look up to.
Yeah.
So being an artist, or I should say entertainer, because I mean, just the way you're speaking, you're doing your own branding, everything. When did that become something that you wanted to do? Did you always see yourself making music and being this, iconic character, or I guess rapper, entertainer?
I don't
want to say character because I feel like it takes away from the creative part.
Yeah. My goal was never to be like a rapper. Like, that just sounds like just a rapper, I want to be like a real artist in 100 different ways. Like, I own a clothing brand called Demons and Angels Clothing.
Right.
And it's like split hoodies, and it's doing like really good for me. A lot of people are fucking with it. I cuss.
Yeah, go right.
Okay, I was like, yeah,
this is a fucking cuss.
No, you can't fucking cuss.
No, you can't fucking cuss on this fucking show. Nah, feel free.
But I try to like run the brand. I be doing YouTube vlogs. I be doing like cooking videos on my Instagram and on my YouTube, like cooking alligators and all this crazy shit, because I want to be like, I feel a lot of artists and a lot of people nowadays, they just, it's like one side of things you get to see. All you get to see is like their music, right?
Yeah.
And their music videos, and that's it. Like, I want to see everything. Like, me as a consumer that I was, I wanted to see everything. So I'm giving my supporters and people who fuck with me, I'm giving them everything. Like, you gotta watch me. If you watch my Instagram stories, like go on my Instagram, like I'll post me training boxing, even if I'm getting my ass beat. Or yeah, even if I'm getting my ass beat, I'm gonna post it because it's all a process. It's all a training process, and then I'm gonna post. And a year from now, I'm gonna be fire at boxing, and I'm gonna post that too. You know,
whooping other people that.
Yeah, you already know.
Shit, sticks and stones, you know. I'll say this much: I give you a lot of credit because I think a lot of artists, right? I think you're an entertainer slash personality slash entrepreneur and so many other slashes, but I think artists, they make music and then they kind of look at their team and say, well, we need some merch, make some merch, or we need this or that. And for you to embody things that you're just passionate about, whether it be the boxing, the cooking, the merch, or the fashion, you know, across the board, they clearly transition well because to have split hoodies, you know, angels and demons, you say? Mm-hmm. Your hair is angels and demons, you know what I mean? And I could say the same about the music, is you get a lot of angels and demons vibes.
Yeah, I'm dropping a song in about 8 hours called Faithful.
Okay.
And it's an R&B song. Like, I'm like singing to the ladies, but then I got songs, sucking my dick while I'm playing Nintendo for parties and, you know, just lit shit. And that's the demon side of things. And then R&B, and then I have songs where I'm rapping about, like, some real shit. The family I lost, the struggles I went through, you know, and it's like angel and demon. Look at these tats right here. I got a Spartan on the right side, the deuce on the left side. It's all angel, demon, everything. My album's called Demons and Angels. It has side A, demon side B, angel
across
side.
The board.
Yeah.
I want to take it back a little bit. Where originally are you from, and like what was it like growing up there?
I come from San Jose, California.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know San Jose. Have you ever
been? I haven't. Where is that positioned in Cali?
It's like near like San Francisco, Oakland. It's in the Bay.
Okay, so like further north.
Yeah, it's over there. It's crazy the way things work over there. I feel like a lot of people don't come out of that city, San Jose, or else you would know it.
Yeah, I've heard the name, but I can't really put any landmarks or an artist that's from there or something that's like a staple that relates to the city.
And for me, becoming an artist out of that city, I feel like people saw it like this kid and his dream, like it doesn't exist over here. Like, what are you doing? I would walk through high school freshman year and they're like telling me, SoundCloud rapper in the hallway when I would walk through. And my brother's like, yo, just don't listen, bro. It's going to be worth it. Don't listen. We'll just keep walking. Everyone talking shit like, oh, you're never going to be anything. This and that. I'd pull up with my braids to school and they would make fun of me. And like,
was it like the suburbs kind of, or is it more like a city?
It's more like the city. Well, where I was living.
Your buildings and a lot of that, or is it like a lot of families and houses and?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, more like.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's different every like little spot there.
Okay.
Because I lived in like the west side and then I moved to the east side, but it's definitely not all like sunshine and rainbows over there.
What are the kids in school like? Is it mostly white kids, like ethnic kids? What?
Mainly Mexican kids.
Mainly Mexican kids. Okay.
Mainly Mexican kids and some white kids.
All right. Who I'm assuming, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming the white kids are more the ones that are on the like. You're the SoundCloud rapper, or were the Mexican kids on that time too? Like, did anybody embrace this?
Everybody, even the teachers, they took my song off the Wi-Fi, so you can't listen to it at school.
Wow.
And like, I heard that, I was like, damn. Like, I go to an art school, and it was. I feel like that was miscommunication because I had talked to the school after like all this happened, and they're like, if we would have known that happened, like we would have not done that. We're an art school, we're all for it. So like I fuck with the school now, but back then it was like, come on.
Yeah, and I mean it sounds like you're just being judged, and it's like obviously school's the last place where you want to go. It's like people are giving you shit, like especially art school. You'd think that they'd embrace any creativity, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I talked to like the principal and stuff, like my last day there, and they're like, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
So like, when did things change? Like when did, you graduated school and you just kind of took off?
Nah, I didn't graduate. I was, I was in freshman year, and everyone was just talking shit, and I was just working and working and working and working every single day on my little block that I was living at. And
you just like staying focused on what your vision
yeah, yep, staying focused on it. Then I had I just kept dropping songs, and then I actually came out here to New York, made an album, and then I had made a song with Blue Skies.
Okay. How do you end up coming to New York? Is this like
Oh,
you saved
so
some money?
no, it was my producer. His name's Cito on the beat. Like
Okay.
I still hang out with him every day. Like he produced
And he's
80% of my
from this
album.
area, California, from San Jose?
No, he's from New York.
Oh,
He
okay.
had literally texted me like, "Oh, hey, I've worked with a lot of big artists. Like I'm official. Like I really fuck with your shit. Like you're the next superstar." And I'm like, I even told my dad and mom like, "Hey, like, this guy told me that he wants to fly me out, but like." It's sketch. Why would he want to work with me? Like,
Well, how did he find you?
He found me. I forgot how he found me, but he found my pull up music video, and he was like, "This kid's a star." And he was telling me all this, and I was like, "Yo, I don't believe this. Like, there's no way this guy producing songs for Lil Wayne and Cardi B is gonna come down over here, like, you know." And
it chose you, man.
So I was just like, "Yeah, I'm down to go to New York, but I don't know if this is all true." He flew to San Jose to my little block the next day. Came down literally for like 6 hours. And then I was like, yo, this is real. So we flew to New York when I had like time off of school.
Who was helping you at the time? Like, because I'm assuming you were getting beats from him through emails and shit, or?
No, he never sent me a beat.
So who was working with you to create these visuals? And
YouTube. And then for the visuals,
like, did you have, like, you said you had a brother?
My brother, he shot the video on an iPhone 7.
Okay, so so it was really just you and your brother just knocking the shit out.
Yeah, my pops too. It all literally like the stars aligned. Like my pops always been making music, and my uncles, but none of them really got that big. But he just enjoyed making music, so he had a little studio at the house. It was just 2 speakers, a mic, and Audacity. Not a studio. Yeah, like it was really like $200 studio, like a real cheap studio. And that's what really made me like, I need to record. I had the opportunity to record. I'm gonna record something. I recorded some like shitty ass song.
As you should.
Yeah, as I should. And then my birthday was coming up, and my pop sent it to my cousin Angel in Texas, and so happens to be an audio engineer. Like he does mix and mastering, and he's an artist. So it all just lined up perfect. He mixed and mastered it for my birthday, sent it back with auto tune, and my dad showed me on my birthday like, "Hey, I got your song mixed and mastered," and I'm like, "Oh no, don't play it out loud! Don't play it out loud!" He played it, and it's my song "Pull Up."
Wow.
The one that made my career.
That's amazing. It is all rooted in genuine shit. And not for nothing, homegrown with self-motivation, man. Like,
it was honestly just a blessing from God, all this, and the stars aligning for me.
So then you fly out to New York.
I flew out to New York, and he's like, "Yo, we have 3 days. We got to make an album." And I was like, "All right, well, I've never like been in a studio before.
You stayed in the city? Like you went to a studio in Manhattan, or?
It was in Jersey.
Okay.
But he was like, "Yeah, we got 3 days. You got to make an album." I'm like, "Bro, I've made 4 songs in my life. Like, I know I cannot make an album that quick."
Wow.
And he's like, "Bro, trust me." I got in there, heard the auto tune. I'm like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work." Like, it was all cracking. I just sat in there, figured it out. And then I just did song after song after song after song after song.
So you had to get the plugins right. You probably spent a couple hours just doing that.
Yeah, just fucking around on it. Like I was like, "Oh, hey, I can sing. What? This is crazy." All of the auto tune, and then.
How many records came from that session?
I made like 16 in those 3 days.
Oh shit!
I was like, "Yo, I have a studio, a producer, like." This is all. It's like God. Like I was like begging God, like please give me the opportunity, and I got the opportunity, and I wasn't gonna let it slip. And I used one song out of that album.
Okay.
I used one of those songs, and that song is my biggest song, called "Now" with Lil Sky. Sometimes I think about dropping that album. It's like me with the baby voice at 13.
Okay.
It's like
after
baby.
this, people are gonna want it.
Yeah, low key. I always thought about like maybe in the future dropping that album, seeing what it is, because the one song out of that is my biggest song.
Well, two questions, right? One, how do you link with Skies? And two, how did you figure out which song of the 16 you were actually going to send to Skies, I guess, or how did, like, what happened there?
So with that, so I got posted on No Jumper by Adam 22.
Okay.
And then that's where I got most of my eyes.
What did he say when he posted? Was it like, check out this kid, or was
he
like...
said this kid's rapping about Molly and perks, but it low key like goes hard or something like that. And he was getting so much hate, and everybody was hating on him for showing love to that, because back then there wasn't really many rappers young, especially talking about the shit. There was young rappers like like Matty B type shit like that, you know, like little kid rappers like that. But I came out like, pull up with the Molly, I got perks, and everyone's like, what? He's 13 saying this? Like, what the hell? And they were all just tripping off it, and I'm like, what the hell? Like,
do you actually mess with Molly and Perks and stuff?
No, sir.
No, okay. So this is
sir.
just like you were just a fan of the music and shit, and just talking your shit and just venting.
I mean, it was around. Like, I've seen like all this shit around me. I was smart enough. I was raised right to not be a part of all that.
Yeah.
But I would always see it like, and also just take stuff from here and there, music I heard.
Well, you're 13 and literally trap music is running the world, and that's the culture. Like, I mean, not for nothing. So the shit goes crazy. Where does Skies come into this now?
So,
and was he Skies at the time, or this?
No, he had probably he was Lil Skies 23. His name was
okay
on Instagram. But it was his video guy, Nicholas Jandora, had hit me up. Yo, you need a video? Let me know. I'm like, I'm broke. Sorry, bro. Thank you for reaching out to me. Like, I'm honored that you hit me up, but I'm broke. I shot my video on an iPhone 7. He's like, bro, don't worry about it. He's like, money is not it, bro. I fuck with you. I believe in you. Like, what? He's like, I told him, I was like, yeah, I seen you shoot some of Lil Skies' videos, because I seen him on Elevator, because I started posting my early videos on Elevator.
Shout out to Elevator.
Yeah, shout out to Elevator. And he was on there too. I was listening to his music. I seen Pandora shot that video. I'm like, oh yeah, what did I say? I was like, I seen the videos you shot for Skies. I fuck with them. Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, bro, Skies fucks with you.
Alright. Do you remember what Skies video you saw?
It was Rude. It's on Elevator.
Way back.
Yeah, that's like my favorite song, man. But he had told me that Skies fucks with me. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with him too. But me and Skies never talked. And then one day when I was in New York, he posted a video on his story just listening to Pull Up and tagged me. And I was like, appreciate it, bro. And he had probably around like, I don't know exactly, but nothing over 50K.
Yeah, I was say this had to be super early.
20K, maybe 15, maybe 30, something like that. Right. And I had like about 8 or 9K on Instagram.
What made you want to do the song with him? You just believe?
I was like, yo, this kid, he's fire. Not kid, he's a lot older than I meant. Like, he's fire.
He was a kid to my standards.
Yeah, we're like both kids.
Yeah.
Like now, I feel like he's a lot older. He has a son and stuff, but like. We're both kids.
Okay.
And I felt that. And we both were just fucking with each other. In New York, I picked the best song out of it, sent it to him, and he was fucking with it. I was like, yo, this is lit.
So y'all hadn't even actually met in person at this point. This was just like...
I met him probably like a week into the song drop.
Wow.
And he was like... We met in like a label studio or something. But from there, it was just like... That's like all the stuff with Skies. That's how that whole song happened. It was just all organic. That's the way I like to do everything, is organic. If he wasn't fucking with me, then like we would not have made that song. It was just
everything led up to it, man. Like it sounds like even just from starting out with having a dad that has this equipment and isn't like pushing you to use it, but more so like
he literally told me don't touch my shit. But
even better,
he told me don't touch his shit. But me and my brother were like, we shared a room in this little spot, and it was like a little trap, you know, broken windows, roaches everywhere, rats, and I'm just like, bet, like, you don't want me to use it, but he took out my Xbox, took out my whole little setup, took out all my shit. He's like, the studio's gonna go here, don't touch it. I'm like, what do I do then? You know, he took out my Xbox, so I'm like, started clicking every button and just fucked around and just started recording on it.
It's genius, not for nothing. If he wanted you to touch it, that's the way you get kids to like.
Oh,
like,
maybe he did.
You should definitely ask him one day. But it's interesting because you tell kids don't touch the stove. The first thing they do is touch the stove, and the only reason I say maybe he secretly wanted you to fuck around with the equipment is because he took away your Xbox. Because parents will always be, unless the place was that small.
No, it was small, bro. Like.
Okay, so it was like literally there was no space for anything.
Corner right here.
Wow.
And he just Xbox moved it that way. He didn't even unplug it, nothing. Just moved it, put his stuff in.
That's so wild.
But I always listen to him. Like if he told me not to touch something, I wouldn't touch it. But I was like, if I can move every setting back to how it was, he won't notice. And I did that for a minute. I started like recording little shit, deleting it. Boom, move that level back to how he had it. Lower the mic so he doesn't know shit was distorting while I was recording.
So when did things like super, like, I mean, the songs sound like they were doing well on their own. You're getting some coverage, jumper posts, elevator posting, connecting with skies, things like that. When does it become like, oh shit, nah, this is actually working, I'm going to make money, and this is a career?
So after I went to New York, I came back, and I just was like, in New York, I dropped my second song.
Okay.
It was like 2 months into my career. Dropped my second song called Flex on My Ex. I got a real video guy to shoot the video. Jay Push, a web visual. Shout out to him.
They go web visuals for sure.
And the producer, it was Richie Beats. I just got it off YouTube. I actually could never clear the beat because the guy wouldn't respond to me.
Sounds
to this
right.
day, I've been hitting him up. I can't put it on all platforms. But
it's so random.
I mean, he didn't take it down, so appreciate that. But I was like, bro, I had bread for you. Like, I'll give you the money I need. Yeah. Just let me put it up.
Yeah,
but
God is going to make you struggle like a regular artist at some point in this. You know what I mean?
So,
not just life struggle. Every artist has a song they can't clear. So.
Oh my God, tell me about it. Yeah, but I had dropped that, and then I came back, and I was just kept dropping more songs and more videos, and then like getting money here and there from the music. Like not a lot of money, just enough to like kind of keep it going.
Okay.
And then when it really took off, it's probably like Pull Up was just going crazy. Then next song, then everything just kept going crazy. More people were just fucking with me.
Who was the next person to like reach out? And I don't mean like just artist wise, but like usually when you have a song going crazy, somebody will hit you up. Like you got management, you signed to a label. What's your deal?
Oh yeah, so that's what happened. A label hit me up. The first label hit me up right when I got back from New York.
Okay.
And then what's it called? I was in class.
Oh, so you're still going to school?
Yeah.
Shit's moving.
Yeah.
Did the energy change at school?
100,000%. Like from when I came back from New York, I was there, and a girl walks up, "Hey, Q, sign my yearbook. Like you're gonna be famous."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, bet. Like I was just laughing about it. Like, all right, bet. Like, because I never really had the respect at school.
Yeah, no, they definitely switched up calling you SoundCloud rapper.
And even before the SoundCloud rapper shit, like in middle school, which the middle school was like this close to the high school, and then the elementary school was this close. So everyone knew me. And at middle school, I would like sell Kool-Aid gummy bears to make money, like sell candy bars just to make money to buy my school clothes and shit. And then I started selling like shoes to get the outfit for the video, so I could look rich in the video. Because I know that I studied a lot of the shit. Like I was like, yo, I need to look rich in this video, so everyone thinks I'm rich, and then they're more likely. I don't know why society's like that, but if they give the rich people money and they make the poor people.
I always say, don't try and beat the system. Try and make it work for you. And it just sounds like you were just making the system work for you by any means possible.
Yeah, the whole school was just like changing, like following me around, yo, this and that, talking to me, yo, and I'm like, yeah, nah, it's rap.
Get my shit back on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, get my shit back on the Wi-Fi. My shit's on the Wi-Fi now.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, and I was in class, I got a call, yo, come to the front office, you're leaving, you're never coming back. They told me that. And I looked at everyone in the class and like, you're never coming back?
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. And then
just because
I didn't know why.
Stir, like...
I didn't know why. So I went, and then my pops was like, yo, a label called. And like they were taking pictures of me in class, sitting there, posting them. Like, he's in my class. And the teachers wouldn't give me work anymore. Once I got back from New York, they they thought I was a drug dealer or something because I said Molly and perks and this and that. They took me off the Wi-Fi and they literally wouldn't talk to me, nothing. So I would just sit there like posted up in class, just like writing and just chilling.
Just like these kids in my class.
Yeah, everyone just doing that. I go to my pops. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, label called, like you can't like." We can't have you in school. Like we got to go to label meetings. Like we got to do stuff now. Like this.
Working now.
And then I went home and I took a picture in front of my school that day, like this. I knew it was over. I knew I would never have to go back to school. Took a picture in front of the school, like this is it. There's a video too. My brother recorded. I was like, I never have to come back. I told my dad. He's like, nope, never again. And this was I had 9K. One label hit me up, but we were just so certain, like, that this was gonna work out. And then from there, we started meeting with labels. Empire, best label.
Shout out to Empire.
Shout out to Empire. Shout out Ghazi.
I was gonna say, you went with Ghazi, like, because I mean they're based literally right where you were at.
It was crazy. I was meeting with so many labels, and then I went to New York again after I had dropped like 3-4 more songs, and I linked up with. The stars aligned. Maddox. Shout out Maddox. Big up Maddox. Shout out Maddox. He hit me up first. Like, there was no jumper than Maddox.
Okay.
He hit me up and he was telling me he fucks with my music. I'm like, yo, that's lit. Like, I fuck with your shit. Like, you're young, doing your thing. Like,
he's a real one. He's one of the few people that'll, like, you could DM him and he'll respond. Like, he's just super tuned into everything and is like genuine.
He shows love, bro. Like, and it's dope because he was one of the only kids out there like doing what I was doing, and for him to show love, like, not many people do that. They see you as a threat and they're like, oh, fuck you, you know. So he had told PNB about me. So I went to New York again, and then someone had knew PNB in the studio, and then they said PNB wanted to see me, so I went to the studio, linked up with PNB. PNB's the homie, I fuck with him. And then I met another guy who told me to go to Empire, and bro, it's just like everything was just like I was running around like everywhere.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. You linking with everybody, but it's all built on genuine shit.
Yeah, and then
with Empire, I just asked about them because it's very close to home. Literally, like Empire is based in the Bay. It's, you know, Ghazi's a guy who gets it.
When I went there, I was like, yo, this is literally an hour from my house. Like, my label is an hour from my house. He's like, come here whenever you need anything. Ghazi takes care of me. Like,
so at this point, like life completely changes.
I signed that deal. I signed that deal, and then before I forgot what it was. I had started losing my house before I got the deal.
Okay.
I was losing my house. We went homeless. Me and all my family. We moved in with my auntie, living in her little room. It was like a little tiny room. Me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, and 4 dogs, just in this little tiny room. And I wasn't going to school because I was just working on my music and stuff. And my parents weren't working because they had lost their jobs. It was just like so bad. And my auntie let us stay with her in that room. And I was like, yo, I have to do this for my family because if I don't do something in the next year, we're done. There's just nothing you can do. So I just started working on my music every single day, every minute, put it into my music. At the same time, building my social media presence and selling T-shirts in front of that high school I like.
Wow.
I would pull up to that high school and I would sit in the trunk of my car. Everyone would come up and talk to me. I'm like, yo, trying to buy a shirt? They're like, yo, I fuck with you, bro. This and that. I'm like, you fuck with me? Buy a shirt then, bro.
Straight up.
I'm like, bro, $15. Buy this shirt, bro. And I'll remember this shit. Like, if you fuck with me, don't just tell me you fuck with me and you want to
get me buy a shirt. What?
Yeah, come on. Nah, but like I appreciate them saying that, but I know they didn't fuck with me. Same kids who talk shit, I'm like, for sure, buy a shirt and then
you know the vibes, yeah.
Yeah, you know the vibes. You talk shit. Yeah. So I was just doing that.
Where were you recording, by the way? Like at this point.
At that point.
You had the same setup at your aunt's house.
No, well, Empire. I had signed the deal with Empire.
Okay.
And I couldn't have enough money to buy the house, so I used that money for my music and just studio, and then I got a home studio. And I was just recording. And I used some of the money to go to LA to make connections and go to more studios and just go do shows and all that. And then, I mean, bro, about 8 months ago, re-signed the deal with Empire after dropping my last album, and then I moved to LA. And now I'm no longer homeless. I got a home studio, like an actual studio at my house, and everything's just been less.
What about the family? Do the dogs have like a backyard?
Yeah, nah. The dogs stayed inside.
Okay.
Even when we were homeless, the dogs stayed inside.
All right.
Inside that little room.
Damn.
I say we're homeless because we didn't have a home. It was like.
Yeah, you're at your aunt's house.
Yeah, we didn't really have a home.
So when did things become comfortable? And like, are you with your family now in LA? Like, they followed you throughout this whole.
It's the craziest shit. To all the parents, listen to your kids.
Okay.
It's crazy. Like, in a weird way, listen to your kids. Their dreams might sound crazy, but.
No, that's for everybody. Like, I say that to industry people, to the labels, to the DJs, to everybody. Like, the kids know.
Bro, it's crazy how my dad and mom didn't think I was crazy. Like, I would think I was crazy back then, but they were like, you're onto something. We believe in you. Like, we lost our crib because they were taking me on these trips and whatnot, and they lost their jobs, but it all paid off in the end. None of my family works anymore.
It's amazing. And I'd say, I know you're never comfortable, because in this game you really can't be comfortable, but for 8 months at least, you've had a house, you've been able to operate from LA, which I know does wonders for everything.
Yes.
You're probably able to connect with everybody. What's the last 8 months been like, and what are the plans for the future now moving forward, because it's still brand new to a lot of people?
Yeah, the last 8 months it was all like my music, pushing my social media presence to get the crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got the crib, and I'm like, okay, how can I make myself a bigger person? I want Suigeneris to be, like I said, not just a rapper. Like, I wanted to expand everything. So when I got to LA, I was like, I'm gonna start my clothing brand. Started my clothing brand. Everything I ever dropped sold out in like.
I love it.
Months, like a month. It took like a month for everything. Sold out. And then I was like, okay, I need to start vlogging. Got a camera. Started vlogging. Started linking with people. Just started connecting and doing stuff like that. I recorded in my studio like so many songs, like 1,000, 2,000 songs.
And you have the studios in the crib?
Yeah, it's in the garage. We made the garage into a studio. Put the foam on the walls. Brought some couches in. Found the best equipment for the best price. Got a template from Cito. That's the producer that started everything.
You're making smart moves and just connecting the dots still.
Yeah, and that's just what I've been on, just working on everything as like a whole, like not just, and then just trying to help out my people at the same time. My cousins making music, my family, friends, like I'm trying to help out everybody. My whole family needs to eat for me to get comfortable.
I'll say this much, make sure, and this is a big mistake that I made that I learned in the long run, but make sure that you're putting yourself first, because you're the foundation of this, and if the foundation is ever shaky at the expense of people standing on it, it's very tricky. And I will say, if you get a chance, you should read, Kobe wrote a letter to his younger self. I've been a big fan of this since before he passed, rest in peace Kobe, but he said he wishes he would have bought family members car washes and car dealerships instead of actual cars. So make sure that you're setting up your family not just to be in good positions, but to also do things that they find fulfilling, to live out their dreams. If your mom wants to start a clothing line,
that's the realest shit, bro. That's the realest shit, because I was going to get into that. My clothing brand, I did not make it Suigeneris merch. I don't have merch. That is a clothing brand that I signed off to my mom already.
Awesome. And she enjoys the day-to-day of managing it.
Yeah, like she manages the brand, runs it, makes all the moves, orders does everything for it. And one day I'm just going to be living off my music. She's going to have that with her big-ass house. And my whole family's doing stuff. My brother, Cold Nights, he's making music.
Awesome.
His shit's popping off right now. My pops is getting into all this industry shit, getting a job within the industry.
As he should. That's amazing. As you said, he's always been into music. Like, he was always into it as an artist, or he wanted to kind of be what he's doing now, like behind the scenes, or?
Nah, he doesn't want. He wants to be behind the scenes. He made music because he loved making music. He didn't want to blow up,
Awesome.
But now he just like manages me, and I roll with him everywhere. My brother makes music, and my mom runs a clothing brand,
Awesome.
and my cousin's making music, and we're trying to start like a group and get it big enough to drop a tape and go on tour, so we could all make money and get my aunties to run the merch booth and have, you know.
I mean, you're doing incredible shit, man. And I'll say this much: I mean, just working with Ghazi and Empire is an incredible move. Audible Treats, best PRs, period. Like, I mean, they can connect every dot in the fucking
It's
world.
crazy because I just started getting into like all this like industry stuff. I didn't know about a publicist or any of that or an accountant till what was it, like 6 when I moved to LA.
I mean, that's what Dad's for too. Not for nothing. It's like the same way that you have to keep focusing on making this music. You know, really connecting the dots as far as the creative and the visuals. I'm sure your dad is challenging himself to learn this stuff inside out to make sure that you're making all the right moves. And as a family unit, it sounds like y'all are going crazy. Like, it's dreams come true.
It's insane, bro. I couldn't thank God enough.
I love it. So what are you doing with the rest of your time now in New York?
I leave today at 6 in the morning. I don't.
Just
God, it's the worst flight, bro. At 6 in the morning because you can't sleep. But then again, it's like staying awake is like till 6, you know. But I'm still on Cali time, so it's good. But my album's dropping in a week, and I'm dropping a song tonight. So I'm just on the move right now.
I love it. Do you do anything like meditating or like taking time to breathe or like to relax?
I found it relaxing to be in the studio.
Okay.
And then I'll just get in the studio with my brother, and we'll just relax in there and make music.
Awesome.
All that, because at the end of the day, that's what I love doing the most, more than anything, is music. So my time off, I'll just kick it, make music.
Listen, don't lose that, man. That's the root of everything, is being able to have a free mind and work with your brother and your family. And a lot of props to you, man, for making it this far. And I'm excited to talk to you again fucking a year from now and hear all this
crazy.
Shit. I can tell you're going a long way, man. And I'm going to need a promo code for that merch because if it sells out that fast.
Hell yeah, bro. I got to bring you some. I was going to bring some to New York, but I was like,
I'm a big fan of buying it, by the way. I'm like, I won't take nothing for free. Like,
why?
I support shit because I really, like, the same way that you grind, like, I grind forever so that I could do the same shit. And, like, I want to support dope shit. And for real, like, as long as it's available, or I'm going to put my notifications on and try and catch the drops. No cap. You might just see me pop up with something. But if I can't get it enough times, I'm going to be reaching out and definitely sending you PayPal with a little bit of extra. And
nah, I'm gonna send it to this address whether you like it or not.
Well, I'm going to fucking get your PayPal from Aaron and we could argue back and forth all day.
No. No, but I need to hook you up, bro.
I appreciate the love, man. I love that you're hooking up your fam, and yo, thank you so much for making the time. I know you got a crazy schedule, so.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you, for real, bro. You having me here is an honor, bro.
All love. You're welcome anytime, sincerely. And I want to talk to your brother as he goes on his journey, and everybody, your cousins, anybody making music that you think is dope. Like, I want to hear everybody's story, man. So definitely connect us. I'm gonna get their grams and all after this, but let them know where to find you at, how they can keep up with you and the gram, all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. Everybody follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Suigeneris. You can find my music on all platforms at Suigeneris. Suigeneris. I know it's hard to spell, but hey, rewind it.
Love it. Yo, thank you so much, man. You know what it is. Hip Hop Mike on Station Head.